Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. Today I give my full speech entitled, What is Tokenisation? Since the dawn of the internet, the challenge of protecting our money has increased dramatically. That's because it's easier for criminals to steal it. In the past, a criminal had to be physically present to steal money from you, and the only other people who had to look after our money were the banks. And we all trust the banks, don't we?
Oh yes, of course.
These days, the majority of us use cards to buy things, both at the checkout and online. Shops store our card details so when we revisit their site, we can buy things much quicker, and to make sure that at the end of each day, the banks send our money to them. Please put yourself in the shoes of a criminal and imagine the mouth-watering opportunity of hacking into a massive supermarket site and stealing millions of card details, and what you could do with all that electronic gold. Gavin, I can see you licking your lips over there. So you're not really a criminal, are you? Back in your own shoes, that's a terrifying prospect, and it may be making some of you think that you shouldn't pay with your card. I know it definitely does it for my mum and my nan. But it shouldn't put you off. The fact is, paying with card is safer than cash. My speech today will give you just one of the many reasons why that is true, because today I will explain for you the wonderful art of tokenisation. Goals for Speech 4 in the Competent Communicator manual include using short, simple and specific words. In that respect, tokenisation is like missing a penalty at the World Cup final. However, tokenisation is a short, simple and specific way of protecting your card details from criminals. I'll demonstrate. Is anyone willing to join me for a bit of role play?
Absolutely.
Thank you, Andy.
That's it.
A round of applause. Welcome, Andy. I can see you finished your basket there. Lots of promiscuous items. How would you like to pay?
By this credit card.
That's great. If you could just give me your card, I'll take your details, and I'll send you everything to make your dreams come true. Thank you. Before we proceed, would you like me to keep your card details so next time you visit our store, you can have a much faster role play?
Yes, please.
That's great. I'll keep hold of it for you. Safe and secure, of course.
That can only go well.
Andy, how do you feel about me taking your card there?
Bit worried.
What do you think I'm going to do with it? Not really got a good idea, do you?
Buy this year's Christmas presents. I'm not sure.
I'll do it actually. And we'll go through that role play again, and this time I'll use tokenisation. Welcome, Andy. I can see you couldn't resist coming back for a bit more role play. How would you like to pay this time?
By credit card.
Thank you. Last time you chose not to let me save your card. How about this time I give you the option, but instead of saving this card, I'll keep hold of this token.
You can keep the token. That sounds good.
Why would I do that? Number one, this token cannot be linked back to your card in any way. Number two, it cannot be used anywhere outside of this store. And number three, if a criminal hacks into my system, they can never get hold of your card details. All I get is a big list of useless numbers. So when you come back next time, all you need to do is enter 3 numbers on the back of your card, and I'll send you everything to make your dreams come true.
Happy with that?
Is that better?
Yeah.
Here you go. Thanks very much, Andy. I'm going to make an educated guess now and say that most of you probably think that's too good to be true. A token that can be used to do everything that a card can do, but without the security risks. The weaver of dreams that I am, I can tell you categorically it is true. Tokenisation means your card details are only ever stored in an environment that is at the peak of security and all the shops that you choose to visit simply store a meaningless number. If anyone other than that shop ever gets hold of them numbers, they are totally useless, and even that shop cannot do anything without the 3 numbers on the back of your card. You are now clear on what tokenisation is, and you understand why it's a lot more secure. If the shop you buy from is using tokenisation and someone hacks them, they are wasting their time. However, I'm going to shock you now and tell you that not everyone uses it. It's very expensive for shops to start using tokenisation, and most of them think that the threat is lower than the cost. So why do it? First, there are the legal implications. In 2019, new laws will be introduced, which means that a company operating in Europe that gets hacked can be fined 4% of its annual revenue. For Walmart, that would be $20 billion. Second, there are business reasons. It allows customers to shop simply and securely, and it makes them more likely to buy things before they change their mind. It also gives companies the chance to monitor customer habits and to target their marketing. The third and biggest reason of all is the cost of losing trust. A study on behalf of IBM in 2016 says the average cost of a data breach is now up to $4 million. In 2015, Target in the US lost 70 million people's card details. They immediately became liable for $3.6 billion in those people's accounts. Their name has been completely sullied, and their market value still hasn't recovered to this day. Trust is something that is hard to gain, but easy to lose. I'll conclude with a question. Now you know what tokenisation is. If your card details are stolen because a shop hasn't valued you high enough to protect you, would you ever shop there again? Thank you.
Okay, so my job is, as I said, to evaluate Paul's speech. The way I'm going to do that is there are lots of different formulas and ways of doing that. I'm going to do 3, 2, 1, which is 3 things I really liked about Paul's speech, particularly in respect of the objectives of the speech, 2 things that I think he could improve on, and 1 thing I'm going to take away from the speech. And so I have to say, just as a general comment, I really enjoyed the speech, and one of the things I really liked was the topic. I thought, what a great topic to choose for this particular project was about explaining something in a simple way. Because obviously it's a thing that has a lot of complexity and a lot of technology behind it, and it's the sort of thing you could just bamboozle somebody with in a few seconds by starting to throw in lots of technical jargon. So a great challenge to do that, and I think Paul pulled that off really well. I thought it was relevant to us because all of us buy online or buy in the shops and we pay by credit card, so immediately you had us with that. And it was something that required simplification. Second thing I really liked was that the role play piece of it. I think that was just kind of added an extra dimension to it. It gave you a chance to practice your vocal variety and your cheesy American accent. But there was a bit of humour in there. And I think even in a serious subject, being able to weave a little bit of humour in brings the audience along with it. And I think that worked quite well. You know, there are some improvement points in there, but I think the idea behind it was really well done. And the third thing I liked was, in terms of structure of one of the things we talked about was rhetorical devices, and you use lots of triplets, not so much 3 words like I came, I saw, I conquered, but more the thing of you gave us lists of 3 things. There were 3 reasons why this would be important to us, or 3 benefits to the companies of using tokenisation, and there were I think 3 dangers for us of what might go wrong with this process. So I thought that 3s are a bit of a magic number, and I think you used those very well. 2 improvement points. I thought the explanation of tokenisation wasn't 100% clear for me. I got the basic idea, but I wasn't quite sure what a token was still. And so the question was, how would you do that? And I think for me, as well as the description with the role play, it needed a kind of a metaphor, something that I'm familiar with day to day, that you could say it's a bit like when I mean, I can't think from my smart because I don't understand anything enough. It might, passing a key across or something like that. Or if there was something that we do that is like the way tokenisation works on the internet, that might have helped simplify it a little bit. The other thing I thought was use of notes. You used the notes, I know you had written it down, you hadn't had an awful lot of time to prepare other than kind of listening to yourself. But I thought sometimes the notes, you had quite dense notes, you had a full kind of script. And the danger of that is that it either pulls you in and you start reading it, which I don't think you did too much, but there was a couple of bits where you kind of lost your thread, and then you had to try and find it. If you've got massive text, it's very difficult to find the point that you want and then get back in track. One suggestion is either to use cue cards, which is little bullet points, so that it's just enough to trigger your memory without it being a full script, or to use a mind map, which I tend to use quite a lot, which is something like that, where you've got a topic in the middle, you've got your introduction, your body, conclusion, and you've just got one word or two words that are enough to trigger your brain, because we're much cleverer than we think we are. What am I going to take away from this speech? That there's a lot more to buying something online than I thought there was. And I'm going to be curious about which retailers I'm going to have tokenisation or not. So my question is going to be, I believe it was, how do I know where we all went to? You can answer that in another speech, perhaps.
Yeah.
So thank you very much. Well done, Paul. Thank you very much.